that will enhance our underlying effort to accommodate the Russian oligarchs and make sure we take their ill-begotten gains. We're going to accommodate them. We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy. Kleptocracy. The guys who are the kleptocracy. But these are bad guys.
I admit to always improving.
Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc. Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc., etc. Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc. Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc. Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc. I'm not a big deal. 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 Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc. Dub is a shit fuck, you know, cringe tour, etc., etc.
I eat extra short, that's what I eat.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Do what we have been every doing, day. And that time is every day for us to agree. Every day it is time.
Could we have done that sooner?
Agree. We are doing it. 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 Every day. We are doing it. 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 We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it. 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 To do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
All of a sudden, we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
I am not up to the job. 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 And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa. It's not like, whoa. It's not like, whoa. It's not like, whoa. I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I'm the only person who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election. I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Is this on? Can anyone hear this? Oh, fuck. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it, and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick, because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Is this thing on? Hello? Oh, shit. Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of the show. We got a show. Hey, y'all. Glad to see you here. Welcome to the program. I'm your host. I'm here. So, how's everyone? Let me, hold on. We talking about cats in this fucking shit? Where are the cats? I want to see them. Dislike? Who the hell is disliking my stream? Motherfuckers, I got 18 viewers, 20 viewers, and only 13 likes. That's a problem. Andrea has on clothes today? Like, what the fuck? What does that mean? What? That's crazy. So I got a program here lined up. Thank you for joining me. Today, I've got a lot of shit. Oh, I've been wearing pajamas. Yep, this is clothing. So we got Cooking with the Bitch is gonna be a thing. It's going to premiere very soon. So, you know, y'all gotta get in here, I guess, right? Like, okay, check this out. This is the Cooking with the Bitch show. It's gonna be in 77 minutes. You gotta, I mean, it's gonna be a good app. I mean, look at this. I mean, can you really, Like, I mean, look at that shit. Like, I mean, wow, right? There's a lot going on. So anyway, that's going to be happening. I got like another, I'm doing fucking, at 1, I'm going to be doing a Doom stream. So check this out. This is going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to be playing some Doom. Does it ever feel strange promoting healthy eating but also drinking alcohol at 10 a.m.? Do as I say, not as I do. That is the phrase of the week here. And so, don't worry about me. There's a lot going on in the world. And that's the world, of which there's a lot that's happening. And, so let's talk about the news. Goddamn. House panel will hold first public hearings on UFOs in decades. All right, let's go. I'm ready. A House panel will hold an open congressional hearing next Tuesday about UFOs for the first time in over 50 years. It will focus on a Pentagon program that was established last year after the U.S. intelligence community released a preliminary assessment on 144 reports of unidentified aerial phenomena. UAP? What is with these UAP guys? Like, we already got UFO. You don't need to have your UAP bullshit, alright? Okay? The House Intelligence Committee's Subcommittee on Counterterrorism, Counterintelligence, and Counterproliferation will hold the public hearing on May 17 at 10 a.m. ET. It will be followed by a closed, classified hearing on the Pentagon program known as the Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group. Jesus, with these names here. Y'all motherfuckers in the chat are talking shit about UFOs, but okay. Like, we need to really understand. Democrats in Congress, they're not going to do anything for you. They're not going to fucking codify Roe v. Wade. They're not going to fucking pass any more stimulus packages, right? Republicans, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you know, they're not going to do anything for you. So at the least we can do is get UFO shit out of this. I mean, like, y'all motherfuckers coming in here saying, like, oh, why don't the Democrats just do something that they should do? Like, we already know that. Like, we already know they're useless fucking like, they're useless fucking pieces of shit. Right? Like, we already know that. So, we have two options, right? They're going to be useless pieces of garbage, or they're going to be useless pieces of garbage, and we get to talk about aliens and UFOs. I'm going to... Hey, one of those is clearly better than the other. That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, let's continue. The two witnesses are Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security Ronald S. Moultrie and Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence Scott W. Bray. The American people expect and deserve their leaders in government and intelligence to seriously evaluate and respond to any potential national security risks, especially those we do not fully understand, said Indiana Democratic Rep. Andre Carson, the chairman of the subcommittee holding the hearing, in a statement. So they got committees and subcommittees. That's crazy. The House Intelligence Committee chairman, Adam Schiff, a California Democrat, added that the hearing would give, quote, give the public an opportunity to hear directly from subject matter experts and leaders in the intelligence community on one of the greatest mysteries of our time, and to break the cycle of excessive secrecy and speculation with truth and transparency. Motherfucker, what I want to see is goddamn Giorgio going up to the Senate to talk about UFOs. I'm talking about the ancient aliens guy. I want to see him in the Senate going like this. Like, that's what I want to see. I'm going to see Adam Schiff asking him a question, and motherfucking Tsoukalos is going to go like, all right, trust me. You know, this sounds a little weird. That's what I want to see. I mean, if the Congress is not going to give us anything, they're not going to do anything at all between now and the midterms, and then they're going to lose, and then Republicans are going to sink this fucking country into the fucking gone zone, right? If that's the case, can we at least get some fucking entertainment, right? Like, I mean, Donald Trump left office a while ago. We need some goddamn cameras in this motherfucking shit. Like, seriously, man. Okay. Let's keep going. In a briefing on Tuesday, Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby said that the Defense Department will try to, quote, make sure we have a better process for identifying these phenomena, analyzing that information in a more proactive, coordinated way than it's been done in the past. He said the Pentagon will also attempt to mitigate any safety issues that arise. Like, what does this even mean? That doesn't. We're gonna mitigate safety issues. Oh, I'm glad you're gonna mitigate safety issues. That's good. That's good. You're gonna. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, now China and Russia. Who gives a shit? Anyway, UFOs. UFOs. I'm in. Right? Like, again, they're not gonna do anything for you. They're not gonna give you fucking paid family leave. Are you joking? They're not going to expand the court. Like, it's what? They're not going to make DC a state? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Right? They're not going to give you any child tax credits. They're not going to give you any fucking stimulus packages. The Democrats don't fucking give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your kids. They don't give a shit about your parents. They don't give a shit about your family. In fact, in their mind, as well as the Republicans, of course, they would prefer to see your kids and family die. I mean, Republicans are openly, like, you know, creating those situations, and Democrats are just like, you know, let's just go for it. So again, my opinion, a lot of people are hating on this. Fuck you. UFOs are cool. Aliens are cool. I'm in. Fuck you. Right? Better this than nothing. Because again, the standard to expect from Democrats in Congress is nothing. So there you go. Oh, wait. Actually, less than nothing. So this is actually in the something column for me. So I'm in. Count me in. UFOs. Let's go. I'm goddamn in. Mitigate any safety issues against the Naruto runners at Area 51. Oh, Lord have mercy. Woo. Got a show. It's happening. Goddamn UFOs. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning. We got a news story. Susan Collins. Does anyone remember Susan Collins? Goddamn Suze. Remember, she was like, oh, I'll vote for Brett Kavanaugh because I believe he'll protect Roe v. Wade. Remember that? Does anyone remember that? I do. Anyway, Susan Collins called 911 over a chalk drawing asking her to, quote, please support abortion rights. She called cops over chalk. Scroll down and look. She called the cops over chalk. Like, this is, I need you to understand, this is who the elites are. This is the aristocrats. This is the elite class. These are the senator class. This is the fucking wealthy. These are the motherfuckers that have all the goddamn power. These are the motherfuckers that have all the goddamn money. They're calling the fucking cops over chalk. Motherfucking kids are playing hopscotch in the fucking sidewalk, and these motherfuckers are calling the goddamn fucking police. Like, I need you to understand, right? These motherfuckers are crazy. They are crazy. They are fucking Looney Tunes, right? They're all fucking crazy. But let's read. Republican Senator Susan Collins called the police on Saturday after a chalk message, which asked her to support legislation aimed at protecting abortion access, was found on a sidewalk outside her home in Bangor, Maine. Susie, please. Mainers want the Women's Health Protection Act, the message said, according to a police report. Like, okay, so they're not... Okay, so Susie, please, Mainers want the Women's Health Protection Act. Right? It's not like we have a photo of that. No. This is according to the fucking police. Yeah, the police read this and wrote this down. And, like, now imagine, like, the police with their little notepad, right? They flip their notepad and they go, like, and what does this one say? Susie, please. Mainers want the Women's Health Protection Act. And that's what it said. And then they file the police report. They type it in. And, like, none of, like, do they realize that they're all, like, she called cops over chalk. Like, it says chalk. It's in chalk. Like, you can just get, like, a hose. And, Right? Like, you can, like, dump a bucket of water on it, like, and it's gone. Okay. The message was intricately drawn in multiple different colors, the police report stated. Okay, so hold the phone here. Hold the phone. So, the cops are like, all right, so this bitch, this stupid ass fucking whore fuckface loser just called us over chalk on the sidewalk. Well, let's make this fun, right? So the chalk lines were intricately drawn in, quote, multiple different colors. Like, does this look intricately drawn to you? Does this look intricately fucking drawn to you? Intricately drawn. It's like block letters. What the fuck? How is this intricately drawn? It's block letters, motherfucker. And there's like 2 different colors. There's like a red and a blue. Like, what the fuck? Multiple different colors. There's 1 and 2. And this one is the same as this one. So, okay, so block letters. That's intricately drawn, okay? That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, like, again, cops are useless. Like, cops are fucking useless piles of shit. But again, this is the Senator Susan Collins. Senator Susan Collins called the police over chalk. Authorities declined to identify the local resident who called 911 to report the chalk drawing, but the police report stated it was Collins herself. Yo, I need to get the fucking... I need it. Hold up. Intricately drawn. I mean... Woo! All right. Okay. Police responded to the scene. We're at the scene now. Like, the language. I want everyone to, like, note the language here, okay? The language is so important, okay? They responded to the scene. Like, this is a scene now. This is a scene, okay? But found that the, quote, message wasn't threatening and therefore, quote, no crime was committed. Bangor Police Department spokesperson Sergeant Wade Betters said in a statement, the chalking was then, quote, washed away by our public works department. Okay, so I've got a question. Now I'm, keep in mind, like, this is, you know, okay. So last year when I was engaging in protest action, I got charged by the sheriff's department in my city with, quote, filing a false police report. Now, I never filed a police report. I was just recording people in a room who did so, but they added me to that list, right? But it is technically a law. You can get charged for filing a false police report. I had to go to court like 4 times, right? I had to, like, take my hat off and dress nice and, like, sit in a courtroom for 7 hours. Right? Because someone that I filmed, like, asked the cops to look into something, right? And they got charged, and I got charged with filing a false police report, quote unquote. Obviously, I got exonerated, right? You know, it was bullshit charge, right? Nothing happened. But my question is, can we fucking charge Susan Collins with filing a false police report? Like, I mean, like, the law's on the books, apparently, right? Like, can we, like, she called the cops over chalk. Like, if I called the cops over chalk, those motherfuckers would arrest me and fucking wheel me in. Oh, this bitch is fucking wasting our time filing false reports, calling the cops for no reason. Yet, Susan Collins can call the cops over fucking chalk? In chalk! Motherfucker! In a statement, her office on Tuesday said that because Senator Collins periodically gets threatening letters and phone calls, we have been advised by Capitol Police to notify the local police department when there is activity directed at her around her home. Activity directed at her. Collins did not immediately respond to a request for comment from BuzzFeed News, but told the Bangor Daily News that the chalk message was, quote, defacement of public property. So she's digging her heels in. This is defacement of public property? So in Susan Collins' mind, is chalk banned? When I was young, when I was a kid, I didn't have sidewalks where I grew up. That's a luxury for rich people. We didn't have sidewalks. Where I come from, we don't have sidewalks. But anyway, when I was a kid, I would draw in the street with chalk. Is that public? Is that defacement of public property? I would draw hopscotch in the street. and I would play hopscotch with my chalk-drawn hopscotch board? Is that defacement of public property? It's fucking chalk! Like, I mean, like, my God, these motherfuckers. They're just so dumb. This is the elite class. These are the people that dictate what we are not allowed and allowed to do. These are the people that make laws. This bitch is writing and drafting legislation. And she's like, oh, do you see those children playing hopscotch? Lock them up. That's defacing public property. It's fucking chalk. It's fucking chalk, dude. We are grateful to the Bangor police officers and the city public works employees who responded to the defacement of public property. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just... Chalk. It's goddamn chalk. I don't know what there's nothing else to say. I mean, it's fucking chalk. My God, like, I loved chalk when I was a kid. And just like a pro tip is that chalk, given the fact that it's washable, it's not illegal to draw chalk on public property. Now, if you're drawing stuff in chalk on someone's driveway, right? That's their driveway, right? But if you're using chalk on a sidewalk or in the street, that is completely legal, right? As Susan Collins unfortunately had to find out the hard way. That is completely legal, and these motherfuckers are dumb as hell. They're just like, again, these are the aristocrats. These are this is the elite class. These are the motherfuckers who govern us. They're afraid of chalk, dude. Like, you couldn't write a cartoon that's that silly. These motherfuckers are afraid of chalk. And I think I'm going to go get some chalk. I don't know. It's a good idea. All right. We got some goddamn here. Ooh, I apologize for a lot of things. Biden thinks he fixed all of our problems, so today he's at the White House with drug company shills, and he's going to cure cancer with that. Is he still on that? Is goddamn Joe Biden still like, oh, I'm going to cure cancer? Like, fuck. Like, we're fucked. I need people to understand we are fucked. Oh, Lord. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty drunk right now. So please bear with me for the rest of the show. Okay? Alright. So, Chuck. Chucky Chuck. Charles. Charles the Chuckinator. Look at this guy. Look at Chuck. Y'all know about Chuck? Chuck the fuck. Goddamn Charles. Alright. So we got Charles here, the so-called Senate Majority Leader, responding to questions about protests outside of Supreme Court Justices' homes. Goddamn Chuck.
Are you comfortable with the protests that we saw outside the homes of Supreme Court justices over the weekend?
If protests are peaceful, yes. My house there's protests 3-4 times a week outside my house. That's the American way to peacefully protest is okay. And that's my wife, sorry. Maybe there's a protest outside. But so as long as they are peaceful, that's okay with me. Yes.
So, okay. Now, first of all, right, I appreciate how Chuck is being funny. Oh, there's protests outside my house all the time. Right, that's true. And there should be. right? And maybe you should tell us what they're protesting about, right? But anyway, like, we need to understand Chuck Schumer, also majority leader of the Senate, has done nothing to help codify reproductive freedom in this country. And also, once again, I need to remind everyone that the Senate passed via unanimous consent extra security for SCOTUS justices and their family. Extra security. Right? Like, so, I need y'all to understand, like, rhetorically, oh, he's being funny on a press conference. That's great. Yeah, he's funny. Oh, look at the guy. He's funny. Woo! Like, yeah, okay, it's funny. But, like, you know what's not funny? The fact that millions and millions of people in this country are losing their access to healthcare. That's what's not funny. You know what's not funny? The fact that the opposing party literally wants to make being queer like a punishable offense with the death penalty. The opposing party literally wants to make having a womb like make you a second-class citizen, private property of whoever you're married to, right? That's not funny. Right, so my thing is like, okay, you're the Senate Majority Leader. You got jokes. That's good. It's always good to have jokes. I'd rather have jokes than no jokes. Right? But we need to understand, right? Like, how about you do your fucking job? You're not a comedian, Chuck. You're not a fucking comedian. You're not like, oh, what's the deal with these protests? Oh. That's not your job. You're not getting paid to be jokey. You're getting paid to, like, prevent people from getting their fucking, like, healthcare taken away. You're getting paid to defend people's personal liberties and freedoms and rights. That's what you're being paid. And so, it also needs to be understood that they're going to do the song and dance. Oh, we tried to pass legislation to codify Roe v. Wade as law. We tried, but the Republicans obstructed. They obstructed, and they're going to fundraise off of it. They're obstructionists. Why don't you get rid of the filibuster? Joe Manchin is obstructing. Wait, is it the Republicans are the obstructionists, or is it Joe Manchin who's the obstructionist? I don't know. Anyway, what I do know is that Chuck Schumer's got jokes. He's got jokes. So, that's cool. Did he really have a flip phone? Holy shit.
There's okay. The American side, my wife. Sorry.
He does have a flip phone. What? Whoa! Okay, I mean, I like that a lot more than the jokes. I mean, motherfuckers rocking the goddamn flip phones. Y'all, I'd like to remind everyone that today, after the stream, is going to be Cooking with the Bitch show. So, tune in. It's a good app. It's going to be a good app anyway. Tune in. I will see you there in approximately 53 minutes. 53 fucking minutes. Can you believe it? That's not that long. In the grand scheme of things, right? You know, you got like probably, I don't know, depending on who you are, you probably got a couple decades left. If you're Mila, you know. I'm sorry. But, you know, 53, in the grand scheme of things, waiting 53 minutes, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Where the fuck is Tyler? Tyler's like 5 years old. To Tyler, like 53 minutes is like 10 years. Because this motherfucker's like 6. Oh. Anyway, Cooking with a Bitch show. I'm gonna be streaming Doom at 1. And gonna be playing John Romero's Sigil. Haven't played it since it came out. Does it hold up? Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to watch the stream. You'll have to watch the goddamn. So. Yeah, Tyler is like fucking 3. Goddamn 3-year-olds in the fucking stream. Can you believe this shit? We got fucking 3-year-olds. Speaking of things that 3-year-olds shouldn't do. Michigan broke marijuana sales record in April. State data shows. People are getting high. You know, that's one benefit of the world falling into pieces. Is that we're getting high. Like, we're all fucking doing drugs and we're getting high, dude. It's great. Oh, I'm not giving you my email. Just kidding. They already have my email. All right. Michigan broke a marijuana sales record in April with nearly $200 million in cannabis purchases, state data shows. The state saw about $168 million in recreational marijuana sales and $27 million for medical cannabis, for a total of nearly $195 million in revenue. Andrew Brisboe, executive director of the state cannabis regulatory agency, broke down the numbers, which showed a notable dip in medical marijuana sales compared to a year ago, down 44%, and a significant increase in adult use purchases, up 60% in that time frame. Why go through the, like, I know that, you know, medical marijuana, you don't, like, have to pay taxes on it or something, right? But, like, why go through the fucking process? Like, if you don't have health insurance or whatever, like, why go through the process of getting a medical card when you can just get it recreationally? So that makes sense to me. While the state didn't speculate about the reasons for this April's records sales figure, it is the case that April 20 is the unofficial cannabis holiday. Last month's haul generated $19.5 million in excise tax revenue that the state can use to fund roads, schools, and local governments. That is in addition to the $13 million in general sales tax generated by cannabis sales. Once again, I mean, I know, for me, like, the tax stuff, like, the funding, like, all the revenue, is a reason to legalize weed. That's, like, the bottom of my list. Right, reason number 1 is like, bro, I just want to get high. But, like, you know, it's always good when the numbers are on our side, right? Like, it's always good when whatever argument the other party wants to come up with is just dumb, right? Like, and you can prove every single argument wrong. That's always fun. But ultimately, like, again, people deserve the right to bodily autonomy. That's what I believe. That is the fundamental core of my belief. If you want to eat a certain thing that comes out of the crack on a sidewalk, that is your right to do so. If you want to eat something else, then that is your right to do so. Other than high fructose corn syrup, I would ban high fructose corn syrup, but that's my only exception. Anyway, Brisboe also pointed out that the new sales record was set last month despite the fact that the average retail flower price ounce dropped from $203 in April 2021 to $123 in April 2022 for medical sales, and from $245 to $133 for adult use sales. I want everyone to, like, I don't know, man, when I lived in North Carolina, right, I must say, having to spend so, like, it's, you know, weed's illegal there. Having to spend so much fucking money for weed is just like, what a like, I need everyone to understand, like, an ounce of weed in raw value, an ounce of weed is like 13 cents, right? Like, I need you to understand, like, anything more than like a quarter, like a US quarter, that is to say 1/4 of $1, right? Is like, that is excess to the extreme. But, like, motherfuckers, right, like, I was paying like $300 for an ounce in an illegal state. What are you doing, motherfucker? That's crazy. That's crazy. So it's good to see that in a lot of these states that have legal marijuana sales is that the prices go down more to what they should be. More to what they should be. Now, again, what they should be is, like, I don't know, a couple nickels, maybe a dime, right? Because, again, like, you can grow weed in the crack on a sidewalk. You can grow weed in, like, your closet. Like, it doesn't take much, right? Not that I have any experience. But anyway, like, that shit's fucking expensive. It's fucking expensive on the black market. And I think it's super cool that in Michigan, that shit is half half off what it was last year. That's cool. That's cool. Meanwhile, Michigan officials announced in March that it would be distributing nearly $150 million in marijuana tax revenue divided between localities, public schools, and transportation fund. The state treasury department said the funding made possible from tax revenue generated from the state's adult use cannabis program include $42.2 million. That's more than 4 times the level of funding, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's great that they're doing taxes. That's cool. But again, I'm in for the fucking super discounts, right? All across the country, weed's getting cheaper. In Colorado, the state released sales data for March showing that marijuana purchases rebounded in March after a prolonged slump this year. However, sales are still down from 2021 levels. Illinois adult use marijuana sales reached $132 million in April. Massachusetts is collecting more tax revenue from marijuana than alcohol. Arizona generated more tax revenue to the state general fund from legal marijuana sales than from tobacco and alcohol combined. Tobacco and alcohol combined. That is a story as well. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, shout outs to weed, shout outs to Michigan, and shout outs to legalizing weed. I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. $350, Sal. Jesus Christ. $350? That's crazy. At Jared, you're gonna have to pay me? Not that easy to grow top tier shit. I mean, do you need top tier shit? Like, let's be honest. If you can, like, if you know how to produce, like, a concentrate or a distillate, you don't need top-tier shit, right? Like, you can turn anything into something that fucks you up. I'm just being honest. I mean, not that I have any experience, right? Because I have none. I have no experience whatsoever in doing any of that because that's illegal. And I love the law. I respect the law. And the law is really cool. If Republicans want to make weed legal so that they can profit, I think it's better than having weed be illegal. Oh, $225 USD. Okay, that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more reasonable. All right. We're doing it. All right, so we got a show going on. Hopefully everyone's enjoying today's program. I forgot what I was doing. Right, okay. Got a little short-term memory loss, folks. Just a little bit. All right. Let me move my chair a little bit. Okay. Let's talk about Corona. The lucky few to never get coronavirus could teach us more about it. Scientists turn their attention to finding the rare individuals who have not yet contracted the virus. Hey, everybody! Hi! My name is Andrea, and I have survived this amount of time without getting coronavirus. Now, it's possible I may have got it. I don't know. It's possible. Right? You know, and I just don't know. But still, I've never gotten coronavirus. I'm proud to say that I never got coronavirus. Why is that, though? Why did I never get coronavirus? I'm going to say that the secret is that I don't leave the fucking house. That's the fucking secret. The secret is I'm cooped up in my goddamn house and I don't leave. That's the fucking secret. I leave my house like once every month. So, and if that, sometimes I go a month without leaving my house. So, if you want to know how to avoid coronavirus, it's that easy. Lock down, motherfucker. Oh, I went to a bar and 3 concerts and I got COVID. Oh. No, I mean, I don't feel, I feel bad for people that need to, like, go to work in person. I am lucky enough not to need to work in person. I don't know if it's lucky, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, I just chill. I managed to make enough money sitting at home, and to me, that's worth it. Motherfucker, I'm going to turn 26 in a couple weeks here. I'm going to turn 26. I'm losing my health insurance. I know that COVID funding for uninsured patients is out. If I get COVID in 4 weeks from now, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Right? So, and I had health insurance the entire pandemic up until now, up until 3 weeks from now. But you bet your sweet ass bippy, once my health insurance lapses, I'm not leaving the fucking house. I'm going to burn my shoes. I'm going to burn all my jackets. I'm going to burn everything just so that I'm never tempted to leave the house. Because I know if I get COVID, I'm fucked. And I somehow have the privilege of being locked inside my home. I guess it's a privilege. I don't know. But anyway, that's how you avoid coronavirus. But let's read. When her partner tested positive for the coronavirus 2 days before Christmas, Michelle Green worried she too would become ill. She was 2 months pregnant with their second child. He was a bartender at the time, and some of his coworkers were infected with the virus. I told him to get into the guest bedroom and don't leave, said Green, a 40-year-old project manager at a retail technology startup in the district. The goddamn in the district, that's slang for Washington, D.C. The couple, who were both vaccinated, and their toddler, postponed their Christmas celebration. Somehow Green never tested positive. Scientists around the world are investigating how a dwindling number of people, such as Green, have managed to dodge the coronavirus for more than 2 years, even after the highly transmissible Omicron variant drove a record-shattering surge in cases this winter. Hashtag my corona story, never got it. I never got it. I never got it. Like, I want to get, in the same way that I've never gotten a hangover, knock on the empty bottle of wine, I've never gotten coronavirus. I want the experience. I feel like I'm missing out. I'm going to wake up and not be able to taste my food. Go like, people say they got the COVID toes, the COVID toes. I want COVID toes. What is that? Like, my toes are going to get full of pus? I don't know. That sounds cool. I'm joking, obviously. But I want COVID toes. What else are the other symptoms of COVID? I don't know. Death? I want to die. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Scientists around the world are investigating how I already read that. Okay. A majority of Americans have contracted the novel coronavirus. I don't think it's novel anymore. Bilb, if you get it, will you still do the show? I have done the show very sick before. I mean, I've gotten... I had one illness throughout this entire pandemic, and I don't think it was COVID, but I did get sick once, and I did stream, and even though it was only for 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to stream, I did try to pop on. So for me, I personally think it's fun to stream while sick. I think it's fun to stream while drunk. I think it's fun to stream on any kind of drug. To me, sickness is just a kind of high experience. It's whoa, I can't breathe. Whoa. I don't know. Last time I got sick, it was kind of fun. Right? I was doing fucking, I was popping like fucking like Dayquil, and I was like fucking like I couldn't like I had vertigo, right? I had no like equilibrium or some shit. I was like falling down. It was cool as hell. But anyway, woo! All right. A majority of Americans have contracted the novel coronavirus since it began to spread in the United States in early 2020, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Oh, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I'm going to listen to what they have to say. I love the CDC. Delirium through sickness is it's interesting. I mean, it's its own experience. It's its own experience for sure. Like being sick, but like being able to like fucking like, you know, take some mitigating drugs so you don't feel like you're literally dying. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I got sick like last Christmas or something. And it could have been like a booster side effect. I don't know, cause I was sick for like 3 days and then I was fine. I don't know what it was. It could have been a booster side effect. It could have been I had just like, you know, a cold. I don't know. I haven't gotten a cold. Like, what even is a cold? I don't even know. I haven't gotten a cold in years, like in many years, even before. Even before the pandemic. I don't leave the house, like, so I don't get sick often. But anyway, man, it was awesome. Like, I was like, now I don't recommend this, but when I was sick last winter, it was around Christmas time, and for me, around Christmas time, I usually drink a lot of alcohol. I also just drink a lot of alcohol in general. But anyway, I remember I was like, I was getting drunk and then also I was sick. And that was like, that's an experience. But anyway, I did not have COVID to my understanding. I could have, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. If I had COVID. I doubt it. But anyway, let's just keep going. I don't leave the fucking house. I don't leave the fucking house. Anyway. Experts hope that studying people who have avoided infection may offer clues, perhaps hidden in their genes. No. Okay, I'm going to give you one simple trick. Don't leave the fucking house. One easy method to avoid COVID is don't have a job that requires you to leave the house. Like, again, like, there was a study done that was like, white people are less likely to get COVID, but it's not because like white people are like, whoa, I'm white, bro, look at this, woo! That's not like, it's just that white people are typically, right, situated in society where their jobs are more likely, right, just it's all statistics, right, more likely white people are having jobs that are willing to or possible to do from home, right? And so white people would work from home, and minority populations, right, people of color and so on, right, are more likely, statistically speaking, to not have those career opportunities and more likely to be in service jobs and so forth, more likely to have a job that is mandatory for you to actually go somewhere. And so, hey, I'm a white person, I work from home, so I'm just saying, right, like, I haven't gotten COVID. There's no genes. There's no, like, I don't have jeans. Like, look at this. Does this look like jeans to you? I don't wear jeans. My jeans don't even fit me anymore. I've gained, like, 15 pounds in the last couple of months, so that's a whole different story. Anyway, like, you know, it's nothing to do with our genes. It's just, like, we just don't leave the house. Like, white people are afraid to leave the house. Like, I don't know what to tell you, right? Like, it's summertime. The sun is gonna fucking boil my skin, right? Like, I'm not built for this. All right. What we are looking for is potentially a very rare genetic variance with a large... This motherfucking genetic variance, like... I mean, maybe. I mean, it's possible that I've got the super gene, but I think it's more likely that I just don't leave the fucking house. I think that if you look at percentage chance, it's 99% chance I haven't gotten COVID because I don't leave the house, and 1% chance that I'm, like, super awesome and my white savior... fucking Aryan fucking genes are gonna save. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Like, if you look at all the statistics and the breakdowns in different demographics, right, it really just boils down to class, right? Wealthier people are more likely to stay at home. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself wealthy. I'm in massive debt, but that's a whole. I don't leave the house, right? So I managed to find a way to not be either homeless or in a steel cage somehow, and I make money online. So, but again, it's possible that there's a gene. It's possible, but I'm going to go ahead and doubt. I'm going to press X on this one. Span said the international study had already enrolled 700 participants and is screening more than 5,000 people who have come forward as potentially immune to coronavirus infection. I hope that I'm immune. But again, chances are I just don't leave the house, and that's why I haven't gotten COVID, because I'm a recluse. I stay in my fucking hovel, and I don't know. Anyway, one of the study participants is 49-year-old Bevan Strickland, a nurse anesthesiast from High Point, North Carolina, who volunteered in a Queens hospital for 6 weeks beginning April 2020, just as the pocket of New York City became the epicenter of the pandemic. This motherfucker's in North Carolina. Why are they talking about New York City? I don't know. I guess it's context. By the second day, I didn't even care about getting COVID because the patients were just heartbreaking, said Strickland, who often worked without a mask to better connect with confused patients. Like, they're acting like that's some success story? Like, oh yeah, I took my mask off at work. Put me in the Washington Post. Most of the workers were seniors. Most of the worst cases were seniors who had been living in nursing homes. Some didn't speak English. Many were disoriented from not getting enough oxygen. They struggled to breathe. I was taking off my mask all the time just so they could see my face. That would help us get an oxygen mask on them and help us treat them. Strickland was tested weekly for coronavirus. Wait, this is a she. Okay. Bevan? Like, Bevan, I've never heard the name Bevan before. I just, she never tested positive. When her volunteer stint ended, she also took an antibody test and showed no evidence of prior infection. Neither of blah, blah, blah. I really blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, Strickland. Okay. No offense to Strickland. I want to read more. Studying the genes and other biological traits of people who never catch coronavirus could shed light on how the virus develops or how it infects the human body and makes people sick, said Jennifer Nuzzo, a professor at epidemiology at the blah, 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 blah. Scientists don't know why some people may be impervious to the coronavirus. Now, again, I guarantee you, most people that haven't gotten COVID just don't leave the house. Other possible explanations could be prior exposure to a related virus or simply being born with an immune system better suited to fight SARS-CoV-2. I mean, I'd like to assume that I've got a super immune system, right? Like, that would be awesome. Right? Like, but again, I don't leave the house. So, I'm out of fucking wine. Antibody tests can rule out people who have an immune response to the virus, but some those tests cannot distinguish between people who have antibodies because of vaccines and those who have had coronavirus. It's an elusive target. Is among the fortunate who have evaded the coronavirus. So far in the recent afternoon, the 52-year-old was one of the few people wearing a mask at the district's bustling Union Market, where he works at the Banana Blossom Bistro. I want to go to the Banana Blossom Bistro. That sounds awesome. Look at this. Banana Blossom Bistro. I mean, I don't know. It's a bistro, so I guess as a vegetarian, I probably wouldn't want to go there. But Banana Blossom, like, why do you go to... Like, okay, so it's a bistro, right? But you're going to call it Banana Blossom Bistro. Like, hey, I don't know, man. I'm like a frilly-ass fucking vegetarian fucking, like, loser. I hear Banana Blossom, I'm in, right? I don't read bistro. I go in there and they're starting serving me cured meats and fucking meats and plastic casing. You know? Like, what the fuck? I thought this was Banana Blossom. Anyway. Taking precautions such as masking and getting vaccinated are part of the reason McKellen thinks he managed to avoid testing positive. But he also thinks it may be naturally strong immune system. I've always been resistant to things like that, McKellen said. I haven't had the flu since 1992. Viruses don't stick to me. This motherfucker's writing lyrics. I haven't had the flu since 1992. I mean, let's be honest, right? Like 1991, 1992, 1993. You knew what you were doing. 92, the flu, right? You know what's going on. During the early days of the pandemic, McClellan worked delivering food to approximately 6,000 senior citizens. Well, that's great for him. Anyway, I don't care about these individuals. Like, I'm glad for these stories. Like, can I get like a Washington Post article written about me? Andrea Rovenski doesn't leave her bedroom, and like, can I get like, am I allowed to get in the Washington Post? I haven't gotten COVID. Can I like? I would love. Anyway, I'm like, the only reason I'm reading this article is just to say, stay the fuck home. Stay the fuck home. If you have any opportunity to stay the fuck home, do it. That's how it's gonna be. You're better off if you stay home. I know your favorite band is touring. Me too. But guess what? I'm gonna stay the fuck home. I know. You wanna go to this new restaurant downtown? Me too. But guess what? I'm gonna fucking stay the fuck home. And that's why I haven't had COVID. So at least I mean, it's possible I've had COVID and just I've never gotten tested either. I'm gonna be honest with you. Never gotten tested either, so it's not like I'm getting weekly testing or anything. I have gotten 0 COVID tests. You want to know why? Because I don't leave the fucking house. So, anyway. By the way, y'all, it's happening. Cooking with the bitch, 25 minutes. I mean, it's a good episode. I don't know what to tell you. This is going to be, you're going to like it. It's more of the classic Cooking with the Bitch, videographic, cinematographic, experiential. You're going to like it. It's going to be good. Open this up in another tab. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Fuck you, Rielon. I hope everyone's having a good day except for Rielon. More like fucking Stinky Lon. Little prick. Why are you drinking? Don't you have a job? This is my job. So the answer is yes. It's actually 11 o'clock. I never understood this, who cares what time is it? Okay, so you're only allowed to do drugs at 5 o'clock? What? Who made these rules? Oh, it's 5:03. It's time to ingest my drugs. What? Who came up with this shit? I'm getting a fucking phone call. Someone's fucking calling me. I'm gonna answer the call, see what happens. Hello? Got a show going on. Doing a fucking show here. Okay. This is not a bit. I got a call back from my doctor. So I had to take the call. But anyway, so here we are. Doing a program here. I don't even know what I was in the middle of doing. I'm going to be honest. But I love American healthcare. I think healthcare is great. And I love healthcare. So I love having my health being cared for. And so I love healthcare in this country. It's amazing, honestly. I mean, it's just so good. Anyway, so we got a show here, doing a program. And so after the Cooking with the Bit show, I'm going to be doing a Doom stream at 1 p.m. 109 minutes from now. Welcome back, Queen. Step on me with your feet, Andrea. I mean, I will. You know, that's fine with me. So, but welcome back to you as well. Check out my stream. This is going to be in 109 minutes. I'm just like, this whole thing is just to advertise myself. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too much into my healthcare stuff, but you know, I had some very frustrating ordeals occurred to me yesterday in regards to healthcare, and so, you know, ended up having to play phone tag. You ever play phone tag with your fucking healthcare provider? You know, you have to call this person, give them a fucking number or a fucking code or some bullshit. Then you have to be on hold for fucking 48 minutes because, you know, Roe v. Wade is going to go any minute now, so people are trying to schedule their fucking abortions, right? And, you know, shout out to them. But anyway, so you got to play phone tag. You just got to wait on hold 49,000 years just to give them a fucking code. And then they fucking, like, they don't answer, so you leave a voicemail, and then they call you back, and then they leave a voicemail. And then they say, oh, we can only do this over a live phone call. Then you call them back. Then it's like fucking 40 minutes of hold. And it's like, bitch, I got to fucking start my goddamn show. I can't hold for 40 fucking minutes. So I start the show. Then they call me back, and I'm in the middle of. But anyway, so I love American healthcare. I love phone tag. So that's what I had to take care of there. Anyway, got a show going on. We got Letter Hack in his house. What's up? Hopefully y'all enjoyed my Yu-Gi-Oh stream, aka not a stream, it was just a video speed run yesterday. I'm going to be doing that a little bit more over the course of the week. All right. Let's talk about this. This is going to be fun. All right, y'all. Bitcoin price crash has left 40% of investments underwater. Investments, aka investors. You know, people, not investments, but okay. If you've ever bought Bitcoin, there's a 40% chance your investment is currently underwater. Both traditional and crypto markets have been in free fall in the past several days, hurtling into bear territory where assets trade at 20% or more below their last peak. The benchmark S&P 500 is down 15%, while half the stocks on the Nasdaq index are down over 50% from their highs. So for those of you that know or don't know, I love, like, one of my side hustles, this is a side hustle for me, is I'm a stock and crypto trader. I love to trade stocks and I love to trade crypto. Some of my favorite stocks involve, stuff like cannabis companies, psychedelic companies, just throwing that out there. That's what I'm into. But anyway, over like this whole year, the stock market has been pretty much garbage. And now this is the thing, as someone who's been in the crypto space, right, for multiple years, I got to tell you, I am not down on my investment. I am one of the lucky 60% that's still up for my investment. But anyway, the stock market is in free fall. I think this is an important story. And it's not just like a joke. I mean, like, in my opinion, right, like, yeah, some guy, Bored Ape, lol, owned, right? Okay, yeah, so there you go. But the stock market crashing, right, it affects you whether or not you're involved in the stock market, right? Like, so like the stock market crashing means, right, that rich people are going to get bailed out, right? All the retail traders, all the day traders, right? They're going to get left in the dust, right? The rich are going to get bailed out if the stock market continues to crumble. Meanwhile, this is contributing to inflation. Inflation and the stock market go hand in hand. This is how a lot of rich people manipulate the U.S. economy. Is what they do is they trade their inflated U.S. dollars for these stocks, and then they go back and forth. Another thing that's important to understand as well is that the stock market going down is not a bad thing for rich people. Cryptocurrency prices going down is not a bad thing for rich people. I really there's a lot of financial illiteracy when it comes to left-wing people that I want to try to help out here. Right now, rich people, they are on both sides of the market. I need people to understand. Rich people have enough money, right, that if the prices go down, if the stock market goes down, they quote-unquote buy the dip. If the price goes up, they can leverage the prices for loans. They can leverage the prices for discounts on other interest rates. They can leverage the prices to pay $0 in income tax. Why do you think people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk don't pay any income taxes? Because they manipulate and use the stock market to their advantage, right? So again, I need people to understand that rich people are never affected by this. They are never affected by this. I know it's funny to go like, oh, stocks are going down, therefore Elon Musk, lol, he is not losing his money. I really need people to understand that rich people are on both sides of the markets, right? So when the stock market crashes, a lot of stocks are down 50%. A lot of them, I'm not even talking about risky ones. I'm talking about like a lot of pharmaceutical companies are down 40 to 50%. A lot of fucking tech companies like Amazon is down pretty big. I don't know if they're down 50%, but I know they're down big. Netflix is down. A lot of these tech companies are going down. And again, right, rich people, they have enough money where they can just buy the dip and then ride it out and then make a lot of money whenever the next Republican president gets in, because this is how this shit always happens, right? Democrats are in office, stock market crashes, they bail out the rich use their bailout money to buy low stock prices, low housing prices, whatever their investment is, right? Then a Republican president comes in, reduces tax rates, and makes the stock market skyrocket, and then they make all their money. Now, am I telling you to buy the dip? No, I'm not. Now, I mean, it could be potentially, I don't know, who knows how far it's going to go down. But again, I need people to understand, a lot of people think that when Bitcoin goes down, oh, lol, the crypto bros. But that is literally not a thing. You are living in a fantasy world, right? Rich people will make money on both sides of the market, okay? I'd love to have that conversation more with people, but Bitcoin has dived further. The popular cryptocurrency is down roughly 55% from its November peak of $69,000. By the way, can we talk about how Bitcoin's peak of $69,000 is amazing? I don't know what to tell you. 69K is the peak. It's the all-time high. I mean, you can't... It's just great. Currently trading at below 32,000. For a lot of Bitcoin holders, that means their portfolio is dipped into the red. According to the research from blockchain analytics firm Glassnode, only 60% of Bitcoin investments remained profitable when the cryptocurrency was priced at $33,600 per unit. The remaining 40% of investments sank below water as Bitcoin price has tanked even lower, now floating between 31K and 32K. An even larger share of investments are in the red. One of the big contributors for Bitcoin crashing is that a lot of these stable coins, so-called stable coins, I haven't looked into this too much, but a lot of them are being destroyed. There's a big problem with stable coins in the crypto market. A lot of them are really bad. Let me just be a lot of them are really bad projects. You got Tether, a really bad project. They just kind of invent money out of thin air and people just go okay. There's another one that's sinking through the fucking floor. They're going so far down that they're going through the earth and they're coming out in China. That's how bad they are. I believe Terra is down big time. Stable coins, oftentimes, they work pretty decently until they don't, right? And then, when they don't, everyone gets fucked. Hello, thank you, no problem. All right. In July and December of 2021, the number of profitable investments on the Bitcoin network dropped 18.1% and 19.1% respectively, marking the third and second worst ever monthly declines. The largest month decline in profitability was March 2020, Glassnode says, with 35.4% of the market fell into loss in 30 days. Now, again, I've been trading Bitcoin since 2017, right? I remember when Bitcoin dropped 90 fucking percent. Right? In 2018, it went from like $20,000 to like fucking like, it was like 3,000. So like, I'm just going to be honest, right? Like this, if for Bitcoin, for cryptocurrency, dropping 50% is nothing. Like, I just want to be very honest with you. If anyone in crypto is losing money, because they're only involved in Bitcoin or something, they're fucking stupid. I don't know what to tell you. Like crypto going down 50%. Like, I've gone down 50% and then, like, switched my money around and then gone up, like, 400% over the course of like, I'm just saying, like, cryptocurrency, everyone in the crypto space is going to be fine. I'm just letting you know, right? Provided, you know, that they have enough information to navigate the crypto space. And again, I want to say that the rich are going to be fine. But the real problem here is the reverberations of stock market crashes, right? It causes the overall economy to go into like this weird mode where people, oh, I can't hire new people, or we have to reduce your wages and benefits because of inflation and the stock market's going down, right? Like this shit trickles down onto regular fucking workers like a son of a bitch. And so Bitcoin crashing, no big deal, but the stock market crashing is a big deal, and there are a lot of signs that the stock market is going to continue to plummet through the ground, and so I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say my prediction would be if Republicans win in the midterms, I think that the stock market is going to continue to go up because Republicans are the party of rich people. They're the party of the wealthy. And so Republicans, if they win in the midterms, what they're going to do is they're basically, even if they don't do anything, right? Just the idea that Democrats couldn't do anything, even though they're not going to do anything and to begin with, is going to make the stock market turn around, in my opinion. If a Republican wins the presidency, I think whatever you're seeing in the stock market right now, fast forward 5 years from now, that's just going to be going way up, okay? Way up. And again, poor people are easily manipulated, especially if they're Republicans. Trump is going to go around, right, and say, oh, the stock market's going down on Biden, even though most people don't have stocks, right? Like, you know, so, and then he's going to use that as a sign that the economy is in the shit or whatever, blah, 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 right? And again, yeah, it's funny. Oh, someone invested in Bitcoin and they lost 20%. Oh, like, I don't know, man. Like, those takes are just so low brain, low IQ. It really hurts, right? And again, the stock market crash is a big deal. I mean, this has been something. And another thing I want to say is that it's been underreported. I mean, there was big talk of the stock market crash when the Russian invasion of Ukraine started. This was like the kind of start of this tumble, this version of this iteration of the tumble. And like kind of no one has talked about it. Other than like a lot of people like are talking about Bitcoin, right? Like this article, Fortune, is talking about Bitcoin. And it's just like kind of like a byline. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, stocks are down 50%, right? Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I remember when I first got into fucking cryptocurrency, you had a bunch of stock bros, and they were like, oh, it's too volatile. In my stock market, the worst case scenario is that you lose 1 or 2%, and it's a bad day. Oh yes. Now these motherfuckers are losing 50%. Like, again, it's gonna have reverberations. A lot of people are gonna get fucked by this. And also, the most important thing is, again, it's going to be positive propaganda for Republicans, because Americans are illiterate. Again, Americans are financially illiterate. Americans are historically illiterate. Americans don't know jack shit about fucking anything, right? So Americans are going to say, oh, the stock market's going down. Like, I'll vote for Trump, right? That's what they're going to see. And because they're fucking stupid. Americans are fucking dumb. And the only thing this is going to do is affect the poor people. Rich people, they play both sides of the market. Rich people, if prices go down, they buy more. They buy all these coins and all these bullshit stocks. Where do they buy them from? They buy them from the retail investors, those that are lower on the end, who will get a little scared and they panic sell to the rich kids. The rich kids hold on to their coins, they hold on to their stocks until the next Republican takes office, and then that shit fucking 20x's, 30x's, 40x's. And again, I need people to understand that, like, the stock market is not, like, indicative of these rich people's power or wealth. Like, the stock market dropping 40% in certain companies does not mean Elon Musk is going to lose any of his power, right? I don't know. I just wanted to, like, be very clear about that is in this segment, is that this shit rolls downhill. Rich people are on both sides. Poor people are on no sides. And we're all going to get fucked. And also, I don't know why people aren't paying attention to this. I don't know. I think there's a lot of financial illiteracy in left-wing spaces. I see a lot of left-wingers celebrating this. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little strange. I mean, I in the accelerationist angle, oh shit, the stock market's going down. Fuck yeah, the world, the apocalypse. Like, okay, I get it. But outside of the accelerationist angle, I think it's really strange to celebrate the collapse of the stock market and the collapse of other markets like that. I think it's a bad idea. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I would predict that things are going to get worse before they get better. I do think that the midterm elections are going to play a part. Obviously, I support the Democratic Party when it comes to against the Republican Party. I'd prefer if Democrats keep the House and the Senate. Just because it's going to be better for everyone else. If Republicans take the House and the Senate and then eventually the presidency, we're all going to fucking die, right? But at least my stocks will be up, right? I don't know, man. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. But anyway, there you go. It's all over. We're all tumbling down. It's 1929. Fucking get your beans, get your guns, get your fucking giant fucking tanks of water, and get ready for the apocalypse, because it's happening. Did I buy GameStop stock? Yes, I did. The time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. I mean, if you have money. Yeah. Like, the time to buy if you have money is basically any time, because you just play both sides. Y'all, this show is over. And so what you're going to have to do is get into the Cooking with the Bitch live stream. I will see y'all later. Thank you for watching my show. I will be back in a live format. This is pre-recorded. I will be back in a live format at 1 and 92 minutes. That's right. It's fucking Wednesday. It's fucking Wednesday. That's what I do. I stream on Wednesday. So anyway, there you go. Check it out. I will see y'all at another time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa. The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, attacking wealthy people.
It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. And, you know, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
I got your words straight, Jack.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.